Hey friends, Deb here with Art and Grace. I have the cutest one for you today. I'm getting out a little pink and some white, and we're going to do a soft background. I've already put 2 coats of the multi-purpose sealer down here on my wood, and that will seal your wood so that you don't get micro bubbles once we resin this. Now we're just going to paint a background on here. Whenever I have like a lot of really pretty embellishments, I like to keep the background pretty plain. So we're just going to get on a really pretty soft pink. This is perfect for beginner to resin and glass art. Okay, I'm going to dry that and then we may put on another coat. We'll see. I'm using DecoArt Americana, so it does have really good coverage. Okay, let's see what we think. The coverage is actually really good, but I'll probably do one more. Alright, I did make a little heart, so I just folded it in half. You know, I just cut it with my scissors and then kind of shaped it up to get it tall and skinny. And that's going to be our guideline. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to grab my chalk pencil, and that way I can kind of erase it and it won't stay permanent. Just need a good guide to keep us in the lines. Now, we're going to mix up our resin. Y'all, this is a quick one. Okay, we're ready to get started on our resin. These are the items that I have every time, kind of ready to go when I'm using resin. If you have any questions, let me know as I go. I use art resin. It is a 1-to-1 ratio of resin and hardener. And put on some gloves. You want to not get chemicals all over yourself and all over your hands. They're very sticky. And have some alcohol handy. I use the 91, I think it is, percent. I get mine at Walmart usually because I like the bottle, 91, and because it just squeezes, you know. And then I'll fill up this one. This has got to be replaced. Look at it, it's terrible. But this is like what they put those like acetone in at the nail salon, and it's so convenient. So something like that works great to have on hand. And like I said, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so however much I use of the hardener, I have to use that same amount of the resin. And I do try to get it as exact as possible. This is a 6 by 12. I'm going to do at least 3 ounces. We're going to do 3. 1.5 and 3. I like to draw the line just to make sure I don't mess up, because if you do, like say 1 1/4 of one, and then 1.5 of the other, or 1.75, you're not going to have a good cure. You will have, I can almost guarantee you, if you follow the directions, you will have a perfect cure with this resin. The only time I don't have a great cure is if I do something that I shouldn't have. One time I set the lid down on the item and I didn't notice it, and it was right here on that corner. So things like that. But if you will, you know, measure it and be even, you're going to have a good experience. So I'm going to put my resin way off over here, and now we're going to do our hardener. And the reason I say that for anybody new that watches, it's because if you have to leave the room for something and you come back, you'll be like, wait, was that the resin or hardener that I poured? Well, they look the same. So once you pour one, if you'll get in the habit of setting it kind of off away from you, that way you know, well, that's the one I've already poured because I've now put it away from me. Okay, we're going to mix this. Let me set a timer. I'm stirring pretty slow and easy ever so often. Get it off of my stick and worked back down in there. So scrape the sides, scrape the bottom. You know, that's also important in getting a good cure, is to really get it thoroughly mixed. Don't go too fast. You'll get a bunch of bubbles, especially micro bubbles. Art resin loves a warm room, like 80 degrees. It kind of does its best. Well, there we are, 3 minutes. Okay, we're going to set that aside. All right, let's kind of clean off our canvas here. This is a wood canvas. I did pull my white pearl. I'm sure if you've watched me, you know, but if you haven't, the DecoArt Metallic White Pearl is my all-time favorite thing they make. And I'm just using a really textured brush that works great for just kind of getting some light strokes painted on. I have to kind of hold it where I can see because of the glare of these lights. So I hope that y'all can see what it's doing. I'll kind of turn it here in a second to be sure you can. Just gives it such a pretty shimmer to your piece. Okay, can y'all see that? Okay, so we've already mixed our resin. I'm just going to pour a lot of this on. Now, if you are new to resin, the first step you'll want to do is turn your board over before you ever start and take some painter's tape and tape the back. So you would just tape all along every edge with that painter's tape, and that way if this resin runs over, it's going to kind of stick right there. That's where it just winds up sticking, and in the morning you can peel that tape off. If you're new to resin, I always really heavily advise doing your research, being sure that you know what you're using. Read the MSD, whatever it's called, MSDS. Read the safety data and know what is in your resin and what you're breathing in. It's very important not to just take somebody's word for it, but to do your research. I'm going to take a little butane torch, turn it on, and pop any bubbles. Just give it the once over a couple of times, and then we can start building our heart. I've got a few big things that I've pulled, and we would want to use those probably first, but I don't know that I'm going to want them. I mean, this isn't a really big item, so let's just kind of start with some smaller things first, and then we'll add some. Oh, look at this. You know, if you've followed me for a while, you've seen me pull this out a few times in order to use it, and so far nothing has really been the perfect thing, so I think today will. This is just a little mercury glass vase that I cut up, and then I hot glued together to kind of, oh, maybe I resined it. I think I put a little hot glue to hold it, and then I resined over it, maybe, because that does look like resin. But anyway, I thought that would be really pretty up at the top. Let's put some of our chips and glass down first. So these are just seashell chips. And I have more if we need them, but okay, let's add some of our glass. This crushed glass you can just get on Amazon, and the shells, same thing. If you're in the VIP group, you will get a detailed supply list with links to everything I'm using. That's just one of the benefits, you guys. Said this will be in my Etsy shop eventually, and so somebody needs this, and I want it to be nice and full. I'll move that while I put some more glass here. Okay. Probably put a few more things. And then I've got a little bit of pink glass, and I can get more of this if I want it. I wasn't sure if I wanted a lot of that. We'll see. We'll see if we need more, but for now, pop that back. And I want to intentionally put some of my china pieces. These are just a teacup that I have cut up, and used several times, but these are some pieces that are left, and I thought it'd be fun to throw them on to make it even more, you know, girly. And I don't know if it's just me, but every time I see old teacups or things like that, I really think of my grandmother more than my mom, but I do think of my mom. You know, it's just kind of things that they tend to use more than we do today, or at least I feel like they did more. Now, look at all this fun stuff. Forgot about these. Let me look at this shell too. That was a pretty one because it's got some pink on it. See, I've almost got too much. I almost feel like replacing that with that because I like the pink. Yeah, let's do that. And then, this isn't pink or anything, but I just like the shape of the shell, so I'll probably use that. Oh, and I've got this I found. I love this. I don't know if this really goes since we've got that. And here we go. I might take that off and use this instead. So let's just take a look. I think I might do other things up there and then put this here. Let's just try and y'all let me know. So we would put other things there instead, like some of this. Yeah, quartz. I think quartz is what this is called. This is a piece of, is it this or something else? I don't remember, but it was something off of a shell that I thought, that is so cool. Look, I'm keeping that little piece, and so we're going to stick that in there. Other just little seashells here and there. Little bitty shells. So you see how you just kind of start filling it out with the things you have. I thought this was a really unique shell. I have some of these little curlies. And then you can use something, this is like something you use for your Cricut, but it's a great little tool to use to kind of move things where you want them to be. Or you can use a toothpick. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about all this. We really gotta make some room. I told ya, it's gonna be girly. I've got some rhinestones. We could throw a couple on. And glass beads are always, you know, really pretty to catch the light. I'm gonna drizzle some resin over this before I continue. So let's grab our resin and drizzle. And that way we are giving our next layer that we're putting on something to hang on to. Plus this will drip down and touch all the things we've already put on. And as long as everything's got just a little bit, it's gonna stay put once it's cured. I've made a lot of things like this, and this is all you have to do, and it always works and stays right where you put it. Okay. I told y'all I pulled a lot. We got a lot to work with here. Oh my goodness, we have so many things. Let's throw a few pink beads. All of this will just catch the light when you turn it. You can't tell the day you make it. You get an idea, and once you've done this a while, you do kind of know. But for you guys, you kind of have to come back and look at the finished piece. And I usually post a reel or a picture so that y'all can see how it turned out, you know, in the sunlight or with light hitting it. Oh, that's so pretty. Can y'all see it all? Let's see what else. Let's use some of these little pearls. Be real intentional here. Pink. Do y'all see? Oh, that's a pretty one. Let's pop that in there. Look at that. So sparkly. I think that looks good. So I'm going to drizzle more resin over everything. Ooh, gosh, this is a showstopper. I love it. I want one. I want to show y'all while you're here the one that I made last night. My VIP group has seen it, but I haven't put it on my page yet. And if y'all think that you would like to learn how to do it, I'll make a day of it where I teach how to do it from start to finish. So y'all just let me know. I've been wanting to do that, and I was going to do it for the little teacup one I just did, but I just think it's a little too expensive for a beginner. I'm going to start off with something a little easier and less expensive. So what you'll do, once you get it the way you want it exactly, then you put it on a level surface. Now, if you're new to resin and you think it might run over, you're definitely going to want to set it up on whatever. You can use like jars that have, you know, a lid. They just have to be level. So if you're going to set it, let's say on one jar, that's fine. Just be sure it's level. And if you've got maybe 2 jars and you're going to, you know, you're going to kind of do this and then put it and pretend these are jars, then you just want to be sure they're level. That's the key to not having a poor quality where you've got a lot of resin on one side and not enough on the other. It's got to be level. And then you cover it. I use a plastic bin, and just be sure that it sits there for 24 hours. Will give you what they call a soft cure. After 72 hours, it's as cured as it's ever going to be, and you can ship it to somebody at that point. So this is one I did last night. This is very easy because it's in a wood circle with the sides. You don't have to worry about any run over. You don't have to tape the bottom. So if this looks like something you might like to learn, let me know in the comments, and I'll make us a little, you know, a little day to do this and give you a supply list and all that. So y'all have a good afternoon, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.